Hey friends, and welcome to my kitchen deep clean video. As you can see, my kitchen is in need of some TLC. There are some basic daily tasks like dishes and clearing the island that need taken care of, but it is also definitely time for a deep clean. I'm so excited you are here to clean with me today and would love for you to subscribe to my channel for additional home cleaning and DIY inspiration. So today I'm doing a deeper clean, which means that in addition to doing the dishes and getting them put away and cleaning off the island and doing some vacuuming, I will also be doing some additional tasks that don't get done as frequently. This includes taking off the chair covers and throwing them in the wash, doing the windows, getting the inside of the stove cleaned, moving the fridge and getting the floor underneath the fridge cleaned, and wiping down the cabinets and being sure to mop when it's all said and done. For this video, I have recently organized and cleaned the inside of my fridge and the pantry, so I'm not going to be doing those things today. If I hadn't done those recently though, I would definitely be adding those to the list. So daily, I do try to make sure that dishes and vacuuming get done. I like to typically also clean the island and counters at least every couple of days. Now, if we've eaten out, if we've gone to a friend's house for dinner, it's not going to be as imperative to get those surfaces wiped down because they didn't get as dirty. I'd also like to say the entire island gets cleaned daily, but that's really not true. We definitely try to make sure the space that we sit and eat at gets cleaned, but there are days when the end of the island we don't sit at to eat does nothing more than collect clutter. Now, when it comes to dishes, one thing I do tend to be pretty successful with is running the dishwasher at night. We like to run it at night when we go to bed, so it has all night to run and then cool down, and it's ready to be unloaded in the mornings. This is typically a chore that I will do with one of my older two kids, and they'll put away the things that are lower and easier for them to reach, and I'll put away the more breakable things that go up high. Now weekly, I like to mop at least once, sometimes more, depending on if there's a lot of water getting tracked in or if it's really snowy outside. And it's definitely more than once a week. And we also like to make sure to wipe down the stainless steel appliances. Now I do have some tasks that I try to get to monthly, such as cleaning the chair covers, wiping down the cabinet fronts. Those are definitely tasks that need to be done more on a monthly schedule. Now, it's very possible that the way you live in your home is going to be different than mine. And so you may say, oh, I need to mop at least once a week, if not more, all year long. You may also have a pet that could add to your floors needing some more care. We don't have a pet, so that is going to change how I clean my house, and that's okay. The thing I want anyone watching my videos to do is simply take inspiration and then take that inspiration and utilize it for their own space and their own home with their own family to make it work best for them. One thing I want to make clear is that this video has multiple hours worth of cleaning, and it takes hours for all this to happen. While I love Clean With Me videos and find them to be very helpful for helping me focus and bring inspiration, it can be really easy to forget that these videos are sped up and these tasks take much longer than a 20 or 30 minute video. For my schedule, this meant that it had to happen over the course of a couple of days. I did not have a 3 or a 4 hour chunk in one day to do all of these tasks. If you don't have 3 or 4 hours in a day, that's okay. You can spread it out over a couple of days. You may decide that you want to have a deep cleaning week and simply do 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour every day. That's totally fine too. The main theme of this video is do what works best for you. It's also completely fine to do more or less than I do. For example, I realized after I was done that I should have taken the stove and scooted out and gotten a good sweeping and mopping under there as well, just like I did with the fridge, but I totally forgot. So if you want to add moving your stove out to get behind it, go for it. I will personally save that for my next deep clean, and it'll be at the top of the list. In regards to how often I do a deep clean, I try to do them 4 times a year. I will typically do one in January after all the holiday craziness has died down. The kitchen has seen its most busy season, and there's always pieces of garland and glitter that have fallen on the floor. I will then do a deep clean in the spring, one more in the summer, typically around back to school time or when I'm decorating for fall, and one more in November when I'm taking down fall decor and getting ready for Christmas decor to go up. For our schedule, I have found that I need to have 2 deep cleans close together in November and January because that's when our kitchen gets a lot of use. But I can allow more space from spring to summer because we tend to grill out a lot more in the summer. We enjoy picnics, and we're typically trying to take a vacation in there as well, meaning the kitchen is not getting as much use as it does in the winter. Now, you may live in a climate where the summer is so hot you couldn't imagine going outside, and so it may make more sense for you to do more cleaning inside in the summer because that's when you're spending your time inside. I will typically try to time my deep cleans with when I'm changing seasonal decor. I find it just is a natural flow to take down decorations and do a really good deep clean when I'm doing that. It doesn't always work out that way, but that is one tip for how you can kind of be more efficient. You're already taking things down and rearranging. You might as well do a good deep clean while you're at it. video, you will see me doing my microwave, and I consider that to be part of my quarterly deep clean. This is in part because we don't use our microwave a ton. If you are someone that uses your microwave daily, you might want to clean it weekly or monthly. Now it's time for under the fridge. It is so gross under here. I honestly don't remember the last time that the fridge was moved to get a good vacuum and a good mopping done. Now this is a good time for me to point out that the last few months have been a little crazy. You can see that my dining room in the background there has some things stacked up in it. That's because fairly recently my mother passed away, and there's been a lot to go through and organize, and parts of my house have been some of those sorting areas. Not only has this given me a lot to work around when cleaning the house, but it also has been very time consuming, and both of those things have led me to not be able to keep up with cleaning the way I would like to. Also, having 3 small children tends to make it challenging to keep up with cleaning the way you want to as well. But I want to use this clip as a good reminder that you just do the best that you can. And even if it's been a while and you don't even remember when you cleaned a certain spot, if you have the motivation to do it today, if you have the time to do it today, then just go ahead and do it. You do the best that you can with what you have. And if you've let a little bit too much time elapse and it's really gross, that's okay. Just go ahead and get it clean when you can. this fridge clean and seeing that freshly mopped floor is so satisfying. I'm so glad I was able to get this done. Now it is on to wiping down the cabinets. Having white cabinets, it is always pretty obvious when they need to be cleaned. My cabinets near where the trash can is kept and next to the stove are typically the messiest, for obvious reasons. Today, to clean the oven, I am taking out the racks and doing a good wipe down on the entire inside using Norwex's cleaning paste. Finally, it is on to vacuuming and mopping the floors. You never want to repeat work, so always save this step for last. You're probably going to make a mess when you're cleaning things higher up, like the counters or wiping down the cabinets. You want those things to fall onto an already dirty floor. Then, after you're done with everything above the floor, you use your last step to clean up the floor. Today, I'll vacuum first, and then I'll do the mopping. I am using my stick vacuum I have, and I love it because it's so convenient. We have it hanging on the wall right next to the fridge, and it's super easy not only for the adults in the house, but also the kids to grab and clean up a mess. We vacuum multiple times a day because that's just how messy my kiddos are. We typically will mop about once a week, but again, it can be a little bit more frequent or a little less frequent, just depending on the weather and life circumstances. And there we go, a nice clean kitchen. It was a lot of work, but I really feel like it's so worth it. It's so refreshing to walk into a kitchen that's clean, and especially a kitchen that you know is really clean, except of course for under my stove. It's great to know that there isn't a to-do list and you can just exist in the space. Thanks for cleaning with me today, and we'll see you next time.